ShartimusPrime. Reading comics, toys are hella sick, hella whacking it. Taking bad hits, taking back hits. Subscribe. Hey, Jared, we'll get back to your own party.
Party pizza. Where's the pizza?
Hey, what's up, you guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another Marvel Legends figure review on the Marvel Legends Infinite Series Build-A-Figure Collection Hobgoblin Wave Anti-Venom. If you're trying to pick up this whole wave, you can get it at Big Bad Toys. Big! Get your big badass toys at BigBadToyStore.com. Click the link in the description below. On the side of the packaging, we get an image of Spider-Man, same image over here, and then on the back, you can see the other figures from the wave. There's a picture of the figure right there, and you can see it says Anti-Venom. This symbiote can bring pain or heal disease, and all of that power is under Eddie Brock's control. And it says it in a bunch of different languages too. Anyway, let's get to it and crack this thing open. And here's Anti-Venom out of the packaging, and not a bad figure. Definitely not a great figure though, not my favorite figure from the wave, but not bad. It kind of depends on how much you like that Hyperion body mold. They've definitely reused the Hyperion body mold the same way they did with the Toxin figure, so we do get a new head sculpt, we do get a new attachment right over here, but the claws are from the Toxin figure. And this figure does come with the left leg to the Hobgoblin Build-A-Figure. So here's a look at the head sculpt, which is not too bad. I like all the sculpted wrinkles and everything right there in his face. You can see a little bit on his forehead. On the back of his head we get some of those spikes, not nearly as sharp as the Marvel Select spikes on that Anti-Venom figure, which I'll show later on in this video. But I think the head sculpt actually isn't too bad. It's just that there's not a lot of paint detail on this figure, and that's the most frustrating part for me. But the tongue and the mouth does look detailed nicely. I mean, to really get in there, you can see that there's yellow and orange paint right there on the inside of the mouth, and I think that looks really cool. And I really like how the eyes came out with that bright yellow. So the head sculpt is one of my favorite parts of the figure. I just really don't like that all the white sections on this figure don't have any paint detail on them, so that's a little frustrating. I will say the deco did come out pretty clean for the most part though. Spider logo on his chest and on the rest of his body does look very well applied. Nice thick black paint on there, so I think that's pretty cool. Same thing right there on the armbands. There are little imperfections, so you can see a tiny little bit of white coming through right over there. Then coming around here on the back, you can see the extra spines they added. There's the port, you know, for the two different capes and everything, but we're using those for these spikes right here, which is made out of a pretty soft material. Just sculpted nicely. I guess they could have made this even bigger. And like I said, the deco on this figure came out very cool, so I think it's pretty clean. I'm liking it. Like I said, little tiny minor imperfections. For the most part, the deco is pretty clean. I just really don't like this very white color. It's just very bland to me. I'm not really digging it. And I've heard a lot of people complain about the Hyperion body mold, and for me, it's not really so bothersome, but I understand the complaints. For instance, you know, this protrusion right over here, that's kind of weird, and I think the huge legs is a little bit weird. I think they made the head just a little bit on the large side. I mean, definitely not as bad as the Toxin figure over here, you know, but just because someone gets more muscular doesn't mean the size of their skull increases. So there should be no surprises with the articulation over here, but there are. See, you can move his head up, right, but his head doesn't want to stay down. I don't know why, but I have a spring-loaded Anti-Venom neck joint. This is so weird. Oh, there it goes. So just to be clear about this, pointing straight down, it goes right back up, but tilting it to the side and moving it down, it'll stay. So weird. I don't understand that. Pizza, where is it? Pizza, where is it? MJ's single. Well, anyway, his head moves side to side. He has shoulders that move outward. They rotate forward. Biceps swivel. Double jointed elbows. Wrists move side to side. Hinges up and down. Good ab crunch. Moves all the way back too. Waist swivel. Hip joints move out that much. Farther than the Spider-Man figure. This is as far out as I can get the Spider-Man figure to move. And as I mentioned in my Spider-Man 2099 review, I wish that these legs could actually spread out more. His legs kick all the way forward and back. Upper thigh swivel. Double jointed knees. Calf rotation. Ankles move down, up, and a beautiful ankle pivot. Now this figure stands just a little under 7 inches tall. And here's Anti-Venom compared to my Future Foundation Spider-Man figure. Yes, they look very similar, but their costumes have nothing to do with each other at all. Now, you may think I'm a huge hypocrite because when I reviewed this guy back in the day, I really liked that it was just a white and black figure. This is a cancer-ridden Eddie Brock Anti-Venom over here. So, you know, being totally crispy clean, I don't know, I just don't think it's as suiting. And then here he is next to the Marvel Select Anti-Venom, and this is how I would prefer Anti-Venom to look. Now, of course, this guy does not have the kind of articulation we can get out of this figure over here, but still, I wish they had gotten something closer to this. But I am thankful that this figure is not nearly as pointy as this one. Here's Anti-Venom compared to the Toxin figure where you can see they share the same body mold, and then here's Eddie Brock Venom, and then I have Carnage there just for fun. I feel bad because I didn't put him in my top 10 figures of 2014. He should have been around number 2 or 3. And then here's Anti-Venom compared to the other figures from the wave, and not a bad wave at all. I just gotta build the Hobgoblin figure and then we're all set. And of course here he is next to the Marvel Legends Big Time Letdown Spider-Man. So this figure lands into the gray area of being an okay figure in my opinion. Not a great figure, not a terrible figure, just okay. I will say I do prefer the Marvel Select Anti-Venom over this figure over here, especially because I think the Marvel Select Anti-Venom fits into better scale with my favorite 6-inch Venom. So anyway, that's my review, guys. I hope you liked it. If you did, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button right over there. Check out my last 2 figure reviews from this wave, and make sure you check out my photo gallery over at marvelousnews.com. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.
That's crispy.
That Hyperion body. Mother.